Welcome back to List Jumbo. Nature is known for doing some pretty strange and wonderful things, and the weather events of this list are no exception. Here are the top 10 unusual weather phenomena. Number 10. Fire tornado. Tornadoes are terrifying enough, but a burning tornado of fire is the stuff of true nightmares. Also known as a fire whirl or a fire devil, these tornadoes of fire will destroy anything in their path. Propelled by the wind with heats of up to 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, these flaming tornadoes occur in conditions of intense heat and tumultuous winds. The largest fire tornadoes are caused by wildfires, as wildfires are ripe with the conditions needed to produce these fierce tubes of fire. And although they are generally between 33 and 164 feet tall, some fire tornadoes have reached heights of 1 kilometer and traveled at speeds of 200 kilometers per hour. They can uproot trees and create their own spawn fires as they pass, spewing out burning bark and sparks. One of the most extreme examples of a fire tornado happened in 1923 during the Great Kanto earthquake in Japan. A fire tornado swept through Tokyo and killed a staggering 38,000 people in 15 minutes. In 2003, a fire tornado caused by the Canberra bushfires in Australia swept over 300 acres in 0.04 seconds. Thankfully, however, fire tornadoes are an unusual weather phenomenon and are therefore not seen very often. Number 9. Frost flowers. On the southern oceans of Antarctica, flowers of frost bloom and grow on the surface of the sea ice. Lovely and delicate, these frost flowers are an unusual weather phenomenon that need the right conditions to bloom. Frost flowers can only form in calm, windless conditions when the atmosphere is colder than the ice. When the cold, moist air comes in contact with the newly formed sea ice, it wicks the moisture from it, forming frost and trapping salt and bacteria inside. These flowers then most often bloom in polar regions. They grow in clusters of 3 to 4 centimeters and can spread over large areas. They have a very high concentration of salt and bacteria in them, as they have drawn both from the ice when they formed. But frost flowers may be more than just beautiful. On September 2, 2009, a team of scientists from the University of Washington discovered an Arctic sea meadow on a trip to the North Pole. They discovered that the frost flowers had over 1 million live bacteria living in them. Frost flowers then may hold the key to understanding how life can survive under harsh conditions, and may even aid in studies of extraterrestrial life. Number 8. Fire rainbows. The technical name of a fire rainbow is a circumhorizontal arc, and it is the rarest optical phenomena on Earth. The reason a fire rainbow is so rare is because it not only needs the perfect weather conditions to form, but the person on the ground has to be standing in the perfect spot to see it. Fire rainbows are formed when the light from the sun retracts through the ice crystals of a cirrus or cirrostratus cloud. The sun has to be high enough in the sky to retract the light, and the clouds have to be in the right spot. If the person on the ground is standing in the perfect location when the sun hits the crystals, they will be able to witness this rare and beautiful phenomenon. Because fire rainbows need ice crystals to form, they can only form very high up in the sky, where cirrus clouds provide them with the needed ice. Fire rainbows are also more geographically concentrated than other types of weather phenomena, occurring far more often in Los Angeles than in England. This is because the sun in Los Angeles is high enough in the sky for 670 hours a year, whereas in England, it is only high enough in the sky for 140. So if you want to see a fire rainbow for yourself, your best odds are with Los Angeles. Number 7. Snow donuts. Although these circular balls of snow look like they are man-made, they are in fact a product of nature and perfect weather conditions. Snow donuts, also known as snow bales or snow rollers, can only occur in bright, sunny weather, which is warm enough to bring the top layer of snow close to a melting point. but not too hot to melt it entirely. This top layer of snow also needs to sit on top of another layer of snow that is slippery or tractionless, such as ice or powder snow. Furthermore, snow donuts need a strong wind or a steep hill to help them form. When the weather is just right, the thick slab of almost melting snow is blown by the wind, picking up more snow with it as it rolls. Snow donuts are most commonly found on sunny, open North American prairies. They can vary in size from a basketball to over half a meter tall. The largest snow donut ever recorded was 66 inches high and was found in 2007 in Washington by an avalanche supervisor. Number 6. Volcanic lightning. Volcanic lightning occurs during a dirty thunderstorm and appears over erupting volcanoes. A bit of an enigma, scientists are still trying to determine the exact causes of this rare lightning. Unlike regular lightning, volcanic lightning doesn't descend downwards from the sky, but rather clusters, producing up to 300 or more normal lightning bolts. Volcanic lightning has been widely photographed and usually occurs above active volcanoes with a very large ash plume. One theory is that the particles in the dense ash clouds rub together and cause enough static electricity to charge the lightning. A second theory suggests that because it can occur high in the sky, it is caused by temperature variance as the heat from the volcano clashes with the ice crystals of the clouds above. In any case, a definitive answer is not known, and volcanic lightning has been witnessed as far back as the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. More recently, Italy's Mount Etna and Chile's Puyé have both seen cases of volcanic lightning. Number 5. Morning glory clouds. Morning glory clouds are both beautiful and breathtaking. Although they are found in areas all around the world, the only place where they can actually be predicted is in northern Australia. They're generally around 100 meters long, but can get as big as 1,000 kilometers and can reach heights of 1 to 2 kilometers. They can travel quite quickly, at a speed of 10 to 20 meters per second. They are rare because they need the perfect environment for their formation. Morning glory clouds are formed from the collision of two sea breezes and are most likely to form when the humidity is high. They are called morning glory clouds because they can only be seen in the morning. Once the sun rises, the heat dissipates the clouds, and as rare as they are also very popular. From late September to early November, glider pilots flock to the southern part of the Gulf of Carpentata with the hopes of riding these beautiful rolling clouds. Number 4. Crown flash. A crown flash was first discovered scientifically in 1885 in the Monthly Weather Review journal, and since then, it has held the wonder of anyone lucky enough to see it. A crown flash is a very rare weather event where a tall streamer or beam of light appears to dance in the sky, similar to the streamers of aurora lights. Although similar to a sundial, where bright spots appear on either one or both sides of the sun, a crown flash is distinctive in that it moves in the sky. A crown flash is actually caused by the ice crystals above a cumulonimbus cloud. The sun reflects off these tiny ice crystals, creating an optical illusion. It is defined as the brightening of a thunderhead crown, followed by the appearance of aurora-like streamers emanating to the clear atmosphere. Number 3. Brinicles. Lurking beneath the surface of the sea, these dangerous downward icicles are terrifying and quick to destroy anything in their path. Brinicles, also aptly named fingers of death, are most commonly found in the Arctic and Antarctic seas. They're made when seawater freezes and traps brine. Because salt lowers the freezing point of water, when the salty or briny water is pushed downward by a natural current, it quickly freezes. In fact, brinicles freeze so quickly that you can actually watch them freeze in real time. And because they freeze so quickly, they are ruthless, trapping small sea creatures inside them as they freeze. Furthermore, if the brinicle is able to reach the ocean floor, it creates an icy web known as a pool of death. This web spreads quickly, killing all sea creatures in its path. Barnacles weren't officially discovered until 1960 and have since then captured the fascination of people everywhere. Number 2. Ball lightning. Ball lightning is an unusual weather phenomenon that has baffled scientists for decades. There is actually very little known about ball lightning because it is both rare and unpredictable. In fact, ball lightning wasn't even really believed to exist until the 1960s, even though accounts of this strange lightning harken back to the 1600s. One of the earliest accounts of ball lightning was in October in 1638 at a church in Devon, England. During a thunderstorm, people in the church attested to a ball of lightning entering the church, killing 4 people and injuring 60. The ball of lightning charged through the church and then exploded. Also known as ghost balls or fireballs, the accounts of this rare lightning are all similar. A ball of what looks like fire moves, explodes, and then leaves the scent of sulfur behind it. Researchers from Zhejiang University in China have offered a possible scientific explanation for this previously unexplained lightning. They have suggested that ball lightning is caused by radiation trapped within a plasma bubble. The radiation builds up and then leaks out, causing an explosion. And although this is a plausible explanation, the theory has not been confirmed. Ball lightning therefore remains a provocative and unusual weather event. Number 1. Animal rain. Accounts of animal rain have been found throughout history. In 1974, near the French city of Lille, soldiers reported seeing toads fall from the sky. In the 1st century AD, citizens of Rome reported a rainfall of fish and frogs. In 2010 in Lahaumau, Australia, hundreds of tiny white fish fell like rain. In Japan, in June 2009, people witnessed a rain of tadpoles. And in Euro, Honduras, fish rain is a yearly event. They even have a name for this odd and unusual occurrence. They call it Lluvia de Peces. So what is actually happening when the sky rains flightless animals? Well, no one really knows for sure, but one scientist, French physicist André-Marie Ampère, has studied this phenomenon widely. He suggested that a tornado or other strong wind is to blame. His theory is that an overwater tornado simply picks up a concentrated amount of small animals and then drops them off at another location. This theory seems plausible since the animals that most commonly rain down are animals found that live in water. However, no one to date has ever actually witnessed a tornado doing this, so animal rain remains a mystery, earning it a well-deserved top spot on our list of top 10 unusual weather phenomena. Check out our previous video on the 10 most Earth-like planets, and subscribe to List Jumbo for more.